Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm JJ Flazanes, your empowerment strategist and producer. Thank you for downloading today's episode. I've been producing all weekend long. I just got done wrapping up the 2021 Manifestation Bootcamp, and if I had to pick one word that resonated throughout the weekend, before, during, and after, it would be bravery. That came up a lot for people this weekend about being brave, and I have to give a shout out to all those that attended for being brave just in general in normal lifetimes, like in how you live your life and how you show up and the things that you deal with and the resistance that you have and the excuses that we carry for why we can't do X, Y, and Z. But brave also in this environment to be able to know and to reach higher than what is currently the collective consciousness. It's been amazing. It was just an incredible event. Of course, the best yet, the best room, the best space. Oh my God, I love that space. I'm going to try to manifest it again next year. I got really good deals because of the state of the world for this year, but it was just beautiful, and I really do appreciate all of you. So you're going to hear everyone else's feedback about the weekend and whether or not you were interested in coming or not. What I hope you get out of today, whether you do anything with it or not, is you get inspiration. You get hope and you get courage to make the decisions and the choices in your life that are waiting for you to be made. Again, whether it would be in my programs or in my community or not. Because these are people who, for the longest time, may or may not have been involved, but took a leap of faith, took risks, and every single one of these people in some way, shape, or form had the opportunity to upper limit and have something come in their way to give them an excuse, a legitimate excuse, to say, no, I'm not ready, I can't do this. But every single one of these people persevered and said, you know what, my growth, my health, my life, my relationships, my business, my future is worth overcoming something slightly uncomfortable for a little while in order for me to receive that which is on the other side of what looks like an obstacle or resistance. And that's all it is. And too often we get upper limited all day long, every day, to allowing in more. And then we wonder why we don't get it. We wonder why don't I have more than I have? Yet we look at our actions. And you guys know me, I'm not a big action for action taker's sake. Like, I can take action all day long, but I don't want it to be fueled by anxiety or fear. I want it to be fueled by a desire to be more, have more, allow more than what I'm currently allowing. So what happens at a live event when I do them, and when I don't do them, it happens too, but when I have a live event, I reward, if you will, the people in the room by opening up registration and maybe giving some bonus deals and things and package deals on some programs to move forward if they want to take what we do and that momentum and move forward. Because it is so challenging for me every time I get together with anybody in this way to not want to over deliver and give you every tool I have in the short amount of time. That's the hard part. That's why it can't happen, because you won't get anything out of it. It'll be too much. And so this was the beginning for all of you listening that were there at the weekend. As you know, now that you have perspective and you're back in your life, you're going to have opportunities to see things differently and to allow what we planted to start to germinate and sprout and grow and bear fruit. So I would just invite you to have that opportunity mindset of looking at all of the good and the bad, all the contrasts and opportunities from that vantage point, and to keep that momentum going. One of the things that I offered this weekend, well, I'm opening up registration basically for 2022. And I'm opening it up in two ways. One will be the Inner Circle Mastermind, and I only have 8 slots left. So whoever is interested, you can fill out an application. We can have a conversation, and we can see if that is a fit for you to grow your business, your life, your relationships, and everything at the same time, because it is all connected. The difference this year would be that I'm asking that you already have a business, or at least a clear business idea, and that you're committed. You're super committed. Because it is a year-long program, and there is a live event component a couple times, and there's meetings. And not that you have to do everything. It's not about doing all the things, but it's about the level of commitment. So I am not begging anybody. I'm just putting it out there. I'm wanting to attract high level of committed people who are serious about focusing on growing themselves and their business in a very committed way. So if you're interested, please go to jjflizanes.com/mastermind and you can fill out an application. If you've already filled out one in the past or you're already part of the group, just have a conversation with me. All that is required right now to reserve your place is a deposit, and that deposit will hold your space, and then the next charge won't happen until January of 2022. So the link will be in the show notes. It's jjflizanes.com/mastermind. Then the next thing I opened up is the next Empowerment Strategist training. The next Empowerment Strategist certification will begin in January at this point, January of 2022. And there are only 10 slots available for that. And if you're interested in that, you can go to jjflizanes.com/cert, CERT. And then you can fill out the application and get on a call with me and see if you're a fit for that program. Both of these programs, by the way, are tax deductible. I will remind you, because if you're going to go through the certification process, you're going to be having a business or you already have a business. So that makes it all educational and tax deduction. If you're in the mastermind, you are starting a business or have a business, which also makes it tax deductible to do some of this self-growth work under the umbrella of business, because it absolutely, you can't grow a business without growing yourself. So that's what's happening over there. And then the last thing that I'll offer those of you that are listening right now, I did offer a virtual ticket for this boot camp, and it will be ready within the next 3 to 4 weeks to consume. It will become a course, and it will go up in price. So if you have any interest in receiving some of the information and practices and things that we did over the weekend, you can go to jjflizanes.com/bootcamp. It's the same link as it's been. Purchase the virtual ticket now. It's going to go up at least $100 when I'm done with it. So currently it's $397 and it will be $497 at least when I'm done, unless I go through it and want to add more things, flesh it out, and make it a bigger program. So you have about a week to get the bootcamp price for the virtual ticket at the current price, which is $397. And again, that's at jjflizanes.com/bootcamp. So before I share with you everyone's feedback and feelings and growth and ahas and what they got out of it, I want to shout out to Michael Neely, who recorded this for me as I was a deer in the headlights at the end of the event. And I never do it anyway, for those of you that have been listening for a while. I either have Doug or Michael or both of them interviewing people about their experience. But Michael didn't ask anybody their name. So I want to shout out to everybody who participated. So when it comes to Michael's conversation, I want to say thank you to Patty Woods. This is in the order in which you're going to hear them. Patty Woods, who is one of my empowerment strategists. Elisa Garcia, who's in my Inner Circle membership. Emily Horton, who's also an empowerment strategist. Libby Zarka, who's pretty much in everything. She's an empowerment strategist. Ryan Kilber, thank you so much for your trust in coming to the event and the ability to share your thoughts and feelings and represent the masculine energy, if you will. So thank you, Ryan, for your share. Shauna Holm, who's also a part of one of my masterminds and the Inner Circle membership. Megan Coleman's in the membership. Kelly Spooner's part of the mastermind. Corrine, oh my gosh, my friend Corrine Rose Ayala, she is now joining the mastermind, but that was really a fun thing to have her there. It's just the first time she's experienced me in this way. Maureen Kovinsky, who's been at all of my events -1 in the Inner Circle membership. Krista Berkling, who is part of my empowerment strategist group, as well as in the Inner Circle. Tammy Meyer, thank you, Tammy, for sharing not only a video testimonial, but an audio testimonial. And then Yvonne Larson, who came to my very first workshop, has worked with me in the podcast mastermind, and I appreciate also the words that you had to say. And thank you, everybody else, for giving a video testimonial. Thank you, Ashley. Your growth has been amazing, and I really appreciate that. Wendy, thank you. And Michelle Langdon, I can't wait to work with you again next year. She's in the Inner Circle Mastermind, and she's doing next year, and I can't wait to explode her business and share it with all of you guys, because she's going to be able to do that. She's currently working only a little locally in San Diego and around the area, and she's my landscape architect and designer, but I get to share her with the world when she moves into the next phase of what she's growing into. So thank you all for everything that you had to share. I hope those of you that are listening get inspired, take action, stop waiting, do something. Just do something and get your life to where you want it to be, because guys, this isn't a dress rehearsal. So enjoy the rest of everyone else's shares and check the show notes for any of the links that I may have mentioned.
What was your experience like at the boot camp this weekend?
It was amazing. I
after working with JJ for 6 months, I kind of thought, I know this stuff. I don't know that I'll get that much out of it, but it'll be great to meet people and be in a room full of high energy people. And then instead, I grew, I expanded, I learned, I cried, I laughed. I did get to spend a lot of time in a room full of high energy people, and I loved it.
Beautiful. What was your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is probably that there's always room to grow, and that being at the live event with a lot of people pushes you. Other people's energy pushes you higher.
Yeah, it does. What would you say to someone if they were thinking about coming to this event? Maybe your best friend, you were talking to them and wanted to let them know about it. What would you say?
It's funny that you'd say that because I brought my best friend, and she joined. She's going further with JJ. She's just joined her mastermind. So I would try to bring her again. I would try to bring everyone I know. I hope I can get my husband to come next time. I think he would have come this time, but I already had the best friend and didn't want to kick her out. So I recommend it to anyone. I look forward. I hope it happens again, and I look forward to more opportunities.
My biggest takeaway was letting go of fear. Fear has always stopped me from doing many things in life, but just being able to listen to everybody's story and just knowing that I'm not alone. Everybody else is also going through something, and just knowing to trust, and everything's just going to work out. So I appreciate being here. It was amazing, and JJ rocks.
Awesome. And if you were to know somebody who may be thinking about this or might be on the fence about it, what would you say to them, or maybe even say to your best friend as to why they should come?
I would just say, don't think about it. Just do it. Just go with your gut instinct. Don't overthink it, because if you overthink it, it's not going to happen.
Beautiful.
I love JJ because she's just straight out. Like, she tells you how it is. She's not going to sugarcoat it. And I think we all need that. We don't need no sugarcoating. We just need to hear it. The truth. Truth hurts, but hey, it works.
Beautiful. So what was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
My biggest takeaway this weekend was that I have complete power over what happens in my life, and I just feel really inspired to take action in the ways I know I need to.
Beautiful. What is your favorite thing about JJ?
My favorite thing about JJ, there's a very long list. I really love her authenticity, and that she doesn't allow you to stay stuck.
All right. What was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
So I would say my biggest takeaway from the weekend would be that irregardless of how much we grow and how much we work on ourselves, that there's always more, and that it doesn't have to happen all at once. And in fact, I think it's impossible, and that the universe or God or Creator brings into us and gives us triggers or the lessons when we're ready to receive them.
Very true. What do you love most about JJ?
Oh my God, what don't I love about JJ? I love her vulnerability, her humanness, her humbleness, her spirit. She's hot. I love how real she is. I love her enthusiasm. I love her directness. I love her. There's no sugarcoating. It's just like, here, you want help, this is it. This is, you want to expand, this is it. You want more of that in your life, well, this is it. You know, like, and I just love how willing she is to share her own experiences in real time, like especially being a part of the Empowerment Strategist certification. I got to see her process things that were happening for her in real time, and that really helped me connect with her more on a human level, and I just love how real she is.
Awesome. And finally, if you had a friend, now I know you brought a friend, but if there was another friend that you knew who was thinking about it or might be on the fence, or maybe somebody who didn't even know, what would you say to them to maybe get them to come?
I would say you're worth it. And if you want to get out of life all the things you want, then you need to invest in yourself. And one way to do that is to show up for yourself, and just by doing a group like this or another group or getting a counselor, that's already you're showing the universe that you deserve more and that you're worth it. And I know from my background as an addictions counselor, every good counselor has a counselor. Every good coach has a coach. Every person needs a person. And we tend to be like the people we hang around. If we hang around them long enough, surround yourself with the people you want to be like. And if you can't do that in your physical world, get books, go to conferences, create that community. A live event is something that not one person can give to somebody. Like, you can only get this from group therapy. Is the most amazing therapy in the world. And in a place like this, it's not therapy because we're not stuck in the story. We're moving on. We're digging up. We're finding our blocks. And we're going to be triggered and inspired by what other people are sharing and hearing their stories. And it allows us more freedom to open up and see what are the things that are holding us back, and then put the things that we need to do into action and stay connected with some amazing people that you meet and great friends, so we can continue to grow.
Beautiful. Thank you. So here we go. All right. Ryan, what did you get out of the Manifestation Bootcamp weekend?
You know, I got out of this weekend a whole new appreciation for what others go through and the struggles everybody has, not let alone mine, and seeing the different paths that we're all on the same journey, just trying to get to the next level. So really, really enjoyed my time.
Awesome. And if you had a friend who was considering something like this, you knew maybe that they needed some developmental work, what would you say to them to maybe recommend it?
Yeah, if I had a friend that was interested in looking into something like this, I'd just say try it. You're gonna not just see the content, but you're gonna feel all the energy and the emotion in the room. It's really gonna draw things out of you won't expect. So I would absolutely give it a go.
Awesome. And finally, what did you love most about JJ?
What I love most about JJ is just her energy. She brings it every time, all day, every day. So better be ready if you want to come, because she's full tilt, full time.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. What was your biggest takeaway from the Manifestation Bootcamp?
My biggest takeaway from this boot camp was my growth from the last one. Actually, I was at the first Manifestation boot camp, and I feel like I've grown, and I know I have more growth, but I've got that confidence that I can do it now, as opposed to before where I was like, oh crap, am I going to be able to do it?
Yeah, love it. And what was, well, let me ask you this way. If you had a friend who was kind of thinking about doing some personal growth work and didn't know about it, or maybe knew about it but was on the fence, what would you say to them to get them to come?
I'd probably go with, you have to leave your comfort zone, like JJ says, and get out of your environment and be somewhere new, and maybe feeling a little bit fearful, but take it as excitement for a new challenge, because the magnitude of change and transformation and positive vibration that is here, you can't help but shift.
Absolutely. And finally, what do you love most about JJ?
I love how JJ pushes me out of my comfort zone, no matter if she knows I'm nervous or scared and maybe not feeling ready. She knows when you're ready, and you just got to trust her. She's done this for so long, and she's touched so many people that you can't help but go with what she says.
Yeah, I know. When I touch that many people, I usually get arrested, but thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael.
So what was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
Wow, my biggest takeaway is there are so many more than just one big takeaway. Okay, so actually my biggest takeaway is just be brave. Like, don't be afraid to be myself. Just allow it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. if you had a friend who was looking into personal development, was struggling with some issues, and you knew about this course, as you do, and wanted to recommend it to them, what might you say to them?
So if I had a friend that was looking for some guidance, I would say, look into this work, listen to this podcast, listen, come to the manifestation challenge, come to the boot camp, start doing daily practices, be a rampage of appreciation partner with me. Like, let's start doing things right now, like make action to start making changes in your life. Like, you don't have to sit there. It's actionable.
Beautiful. Thank you. And finally, what do you love most about JJ?
Oh gosh. I love that she is scary. Like like she scares me into change. That sounds awful, and I don't mean it awful. I mean it as like a compliment. It's like, wow, yeah, I need to do the things, and I'm gonna make movement on that. I'm gonna make traction. I'm a triple Capricorn, and that may not mean a whole lot to a lot of people, but it's pretty like stubborn, not moving, very grounded and in their heads a lot. And she's real. I'm gonna do the thing. She's accessible, which that was really incredible. I can't pick one thing. There's just so many things. She's amazing.
Great.
So I'm very blessed to have come across that. I manifested her.
So what was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
That life is ever evolving. So my biggest takeaway from the weekend is that life is ever evolving, and that I will never be done working on my stuff, and there are new things that always come up if you allow them to, that it doesn't always have to be about progress forward, that it's okay to look backwards and process and release so you can again move forward.
I like that. What is, like, if you had a friend who was looking into doing some personal development work, and of course you do know about this retreat this weekend, what would you say to them to maybe convince them or get them off the fence about it and come join it?
I would highly recommend coming to an event like this so you're surrounded by a lot of other energies and you can understand that you are not alone, and you can feel related and relatable and help support the group and be supported by the group.
Excellent. And finally, what do you love most about JJ?
Her get it shit done attitude.
What was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
Oh my goodness. My biggest takeaway from the weekend with JJ was that I'm a leader. And that is something that I have ignored for many, many years in my life. I've been provided many opportunities to lead, and I've very much shied away from it, thinking, no, there's no way that I can lead and serve people in the world that I know that I'm supposed to. And it is such an empowering thing to know that I can step into now with confidence that I am a leader. And, I just never thought I would arrive to this moment. And also for anybody out there, for any woman out there that has been struggling with any form of codependency in her life, that feels that she cannot make changes, that feels that she's been in a relationship, whether it's a short relationship or years of relationship with a partner that she knows is not healthy for her, and she just feels that she can't end it. I'm telling you that you can. And this weekend has really given me the strength to close out a relationship, and I did it during the workshop with JJ. I ended it with love, and I feel very tender inside about it, and also extremely empowered. And if you want to claim more in your life for yourself and for others, take that step and know that you're going to be better than okay, because when you say no to something that you know is taking from you little by little, you're going to say yes to so much beauty in your life, and you're going to feel amazing. And so that's also what I was able to accomplish this weekend. And that's also being a part of a leader in your own life and life for others.
Beautiful. And, well, one more question. What do you love most about JJ?
What do I love most about JJ? Well, I tell you what, she is really and truly an empowered manifester. She can see through people's stuff. Let's just put it that way. She will not coddle you, but she will love you fiercely. And she is 100% committed to your growth, to your love, to you acknowledging your own power and helping you step forward into that. And she is absolutely delightful and really just an extraordinary woman. I have so much respect for her, and I'm so honored to be a part of this circle with her now.
All right. What was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
Well, my biggest takeaway from the weekend was all the, first of all, the connection that we've been able to have. A lot of these people are fellow members of the Inner Circle, so being able to actually meet them in person was a fantastic opportunity, and it was nice to be able to connect with them on a more personal level.
Excellent. And if you had a friend who was considering doing some personal development work and you wanted to share with them about this program, how would you express it to them, maybe to get them to show up for this?
Oh, show up for her next event?
Manifestation Boot Camp.
I've been to almost all of JJ's events, and I've always taken something away from him, and it's always been beneficial for me. So the biggest thing I would say is, if you're not sure what to do it, just do it.
Cool. And what do you love most about JJ?
How do I even explain that? I mean, she's helped me so much. She's my journey since I've seen her, since I've met her, even pre-podcast. Sorry. She's helped me, gain confidence in myself. I released a lot of weight, stuff like that. So I don't know. There's not one word to really express that. Mostly gratitude and appreciation for all that she does. So.
Great. Thank you. Okay. What was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
My biggest takeaway from the weekend was definitely letting go of my story, my past story, and also realizing how much I need friends and community and how much I need play and dance. The dancing was amazing, and I don't do that enough anymore. But definitely friendship, community, connection, moving forward, just everything, just taking action, just really taking action in life.
Beautiful. And if you had a friend who was looking to do some personal development work, maybe they were struggling through some stuff and you knew they could use some support, how would you describe the program or convince them maybe to show up for this?
The boot camp itself?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would definitely say if I had a friend that was really looking to help themselves or work on themselves, I would definitely say there's nothing like coming to an event, a JJ event, and the boot camp. I had been wanting to come for a long time, but I had no idea what I was getting into. I had no idea. And so I think the best part about this is coming here expecting one thing and getting so much more. And so I think being in this community setting makes a big difference. I feel like I'm leaving 100 pounds lighter. Honestly, all of the emotional and spiritual weight that I was carrying is lifted. So I really think it's important to be in this community. Working with JJ in any way, shape, or form is wonderful, but this setting is to next level, absolutely next level.
Perfect. And the final question, what do you love most about JJ?
Everything. What do I love most about JJ? Everything. Her heart, definitely her heart, and her no bullshit. Can I say bullshit? Okay.
You did.
Yeah, I did. Her no bullshit, but just her open, raw, heart, and just the love that she puts into everything that she does. But also her toolbox. She has the biggest toolbox of anybody I've ever met in this field. And she's so quick with pulling the tools out. Like, she just knows exactly what everybody needs in every moment.
Perfect. Okay. What was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
My biggest takeaway from the weekend is that I am enough and I am able to create my own destiny and move forward in joy. And it's okay to have joy. I don't have to vibrate at a lower level.
Beautiful. And if you had a friend who was looking to do some personal development work, maybe they're on the fence about something and you wanted to recommend this event to them, how might you describe it and what might you say to them to get them to come?
I have a friend, and so the question was, if I had a friend who I thought was doing personal development work and they were interested in doing additional work, would I recommend the weekend that I just went through? And yes, I would absolutely recommend the weekend. I have a friend who was going to come with me, but she didn't want to do the work. And I think the unknown was a bit much for her, and thinking it was more like a Tony Robbins kind of event maybe. And it's not. I like the smaller atmosphere. The people and the sharing are enlightening and inspiring, that if you don't come and you just do it one-on-one with JJ, then you miss that part. And it's a huge part of it because it actually knocks on your own head, your own heart, your own stomach, gut, whatever, to say maybe these things apply to you as well.
Beautiful. And finally, what do you love most about JJ?
Love, hate. What do I love most about JJ? I'd say it's a love and a hate, and that is JJ meets you up high. She's not going to make any excuses, come down low and provide sympathy. And so that's, it's not a hate, I guess, as much as a wow when you meet her. But then you realize that's where, if you want to be there, it's kind of like be there or don't. And that's just awesome how it's kind of also, I'll call her a cohort. Dr. Winter's her friend. I could see why Dr. Nasha is friends with them, because I think they're both there. They both are saying, and do it now, and don't, no excuses. Like, let's get it done.
Beautiful. Thank you. What was your biggest takeaway from the weekend here?
I believe my biggest takeaway from the weekend was actually distinguishing the barometer that I have in my life around chaos. So noticing that something in the first 5 years of my life has set the tone for my experience of life for the multiple decades past that. And now I can actually delete that from my life and have a more effortless, joyful life.
Beautiful. And if you had a friend who's sitting on the fence about doing some personal development work and was thinking about this program, what would you say to them to convince them to go?
If I had a friend who was considering doing this kind of work, I would say go forward quickly, because the type of people that JJ actually attracts is amazing, and you never know what is going to happen for you once you have this collective of people in the room bringing all of their gifts and their talents and their experiences, and the access that you gain because of that very specific signature of people coming together will allow you to tap into areas of your life that you just wouldn't get to in any other environment.
Excellent. And finally, what do you love most about JJ?
What do I love the most about JJ is like a question practically impossible to answer. There isn't anything I don't love about JJ. JJ is so consistently the same person in every single situation. I've known her for a number of years and in a lot of different environments, from afar, as well as actually getting mentored by her. And she is the exact same person in every single situation. And what I love is her intensity and her intensity with speaking the truth to you. So she calls it as she sees it. She doesn't candy coat anything. And it's always exactly what you need to hear and at precisely the right time. And it just gets you off of your crap quickly so that you don't indulge in things that don't actually move the needle in your life.
Perfect. Thank you.
I just attended the 2021 Manifestation Boot Camp. I it was amazing as usual. I had the opportunity to attend the boot camp in 2019, and it was nothing less than life-changing. I would recommend listening to episode 308 if you want to learn more about my story. But this one was once again amazing. I came in here thinking I wanted to focus on one thing, and being here surrounded by people who are committed to changing their lives for the better and hearing their stories, I realized some things that I'm still holding back on that are keeping me from receiving. So it was really great to get that clarity and that sense of community. That's the best part about these events, besides meeting JJ in person. But I just highly recommend coming to these events. I hope I can come to every single one that she has. If you're watching this testimonial, there's a reason you're doing it. I highly recommend you invest in yourself. You've got to take care of yourself to take care of yourself and take care of others in the world. So just do it. Please join me at the next one. I would love to see you there.
Hey, having just attended JJ's Manifestation Boot Camp, I have to say, if you're looking for transformation in your life in any aspect, because it truly all starts from inside, the stories that we tell ourselves, this is the place to be. She has this magic of bringing together a fantastic community of supportive people who together you create the space that allows change to happen, and I'm talking about lasting change. So if you have the opportunity to come to any of JJ's works, definitely put this on your calendar, book your ticket, get here as quickly as you can, because your life matters, you matter.
Hi, I'm Krista. I just attended the Manifestation Boot Camp here in Redondo Beach with JJ, and it was amazing. I wasn't expecting the things that were going to come up, and it's life-changing. I've been listening to JJ for a really long time and am in her Empowerment Strategist group, but nothing compares to the live thing, the real thing. So I definitely recommend coming to one of her events or just working with her in any way you possibly can. She's amazing. This was amazing. The group and community atmosphere was incredible, and I'm feeling like so much lighter now after being here. So get here however you can.
Hi, my name is Wendy and I come from Canada, and I've just attended JJ's Manifestation Boot Camp, and it was transformational. An opportunity to really look within, dig within, and find all the emotional wounds that are holding me back from being my true person. And I highly recommend anybody who needs a change to really identify with themselves to come in and take her boot camp, because it's transformational. So yes, if you'd like a life-changing event, this is one to come, because JJ's absolutely amazing at really digging into your wounds and for you to identify what's going on within.
Hi guys, my name is Libby Zarka. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I found JJ a couple years ago on her podcast, Spirit, Purpose, and Energy. Since then, I binge watched. First program I took with her was her astrology course, and the reason why I took it was to learn how to use that knowledge to improve my relationship with my partner at the time and my family and just people around me in general. I really got a lot out of that, and since then so I use those tools if I'm struggling with somebody or try to get to know their personality, just to help me understand and accept and have compassion for that person, as well as it gave me a lot of compassion for myself. I also enrolled in the Emerging Builders Mastermind, where I wanted to expand and figure out what business idea that I wanted to grow, and with that came her Empowerment Strategist certification, which that was right up my alley. So I'm addictions counselor. However, I wanted to be able to take people to the next level where JJ has taken me through our one-on-one sessions and with the astrology course and the Emerging Builders Mastermind, as well as the Empowerment Strategist certification course. So if you're looking even just to, if you want to dig deeper, maybe you've done a lot of work and you're just like, need to get that to that next level, she's the place to go to. She's the person to see. And I'm also here live at the Manifestation Boot Camp. And because I've done so much work the last couple years, I was like, what am I going to find to work on? Like, I just feel like the peak of my life. So she has a way of digging those things out, and I really appreciate that. I came here, I met some amazing people, put some faces to the name. What I most appreciate about JJ is her authenticity, her humanness. That's not a person that will give you a shoulder to cry on. She's a person that will cry with you, and for me, that's just, I know she's down to earth, and she's amazing. Thank you. I probably could say more, but.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I've been working with JJ for the past 6 months, and I'm feeling really proud of myself for investing in myself and my growth, and the results from working with JJ have been incredible. I've learned so many amazing tools that have helped me and will continue to help me as I continue to practice them, and they've also helped the people that I care about in my life. And I'm really grateful to JJ and to her community and everyone here at the Manifestation Bootcamp. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to come to the next event.
I'm Megan. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm at JJ's Manifestation Bootcamp. And I have done a lot of internal work. And I've been listening to JJ for a while through Spirit, Purpose, and Energy, her podcast. I really enjoy it. And I just found I was stuck. I was just really stuck. And by coming here, being with this community, being with all the beautiful people who are here, being with JJ, being in the energy of just Redondo Beach, it's been really amazing. And JJ has given me some tools to get out of my rut. So I'm really excited about taking this with me and seeing where I go from there.
Okay, I'm Michelle, and just finished up the Manifestation Bootcamp with JJ, and this was my first live event with her, and it was amazing. You can read as many books as you want, listen to as many podcasts as you want, but there's nothing to replace the energy of other people in the room and the inspiration you feel when you're with all these people and feel so supported. It's really moving. And I'm also part of her mastermind, and I did that this past year, which is also a great supportive experience, and it helped me to grow my business and a lot of personal growth along the way too. And it was so good that I'm doing it next year too. So I highly recommend both things, and thank you, JJ, for everything.
Hi, I'm Tammy Meyer. I just completed JJ's Manifestation Bootcamp 2021, and it was awesome. If you're considering doing a live event, it is an experience of not only you're getting energy from other people in the room, but you're also hearing their stories. And their stories could open up something in your mind, in your heart, in your gut, and you don't even know necessarily that it's going to impact you till you start getting emotional or crying or maybe just hearing it and changing. But I worked with JJ for the last month. She's super to work with on a one-on-one basis. But she puts together this group of people that you can instantly connect and share with and hear and listen, and there's just no other experience like it. I'd highly recommend it.
Hi, I'm Patty Woods. I just finished the Manifestation Bootcamp 2021. It was an amazing experience. I met a bunch of great people. I released some things. I'm ready to let go of fear. It was just so great to be in this room with all these people and feel the love and feel the energy, and everyone had a story and shared and open, and everyone was welcoming and accepting, and JJ is amazing and brings all of those people together and brings out the best in you. I'm also part of her Empowerment Strategist beta program. I've worked with her for 6 months at that. I've grown and learned so much, and can't wait to get out there and train and help other people learn and grow and let go of what holds them back. Thanks, JJ.
Manifestation Bootcamp!